What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kaya Capri, and this is another Blackout energy update. All right, I'm gonna be checking in to see what messages come through, what messages of guidance, clarity, enlightenment from our guides, from our ancestors, from Source. There's a lot of good energies that are coming through right now. There's a lot of new beginnings that are on the horizon for a lot of us, for a large collective. Now, this may not resonate with everyone. However, apply it to your individual lives, to your individual situations. You will know when you hear if it applies to you, okay? You will feel it in your gut, okay? You will feel it strongly in your spirit. There's a lot of new beginnings, financial new beginnings, physical new beginnings. A lot of people are moving, okay? Moving into a new home, possibly moving in with someone that you might be connected with, okay? A divine counterpart. There is a soulmate that is here. For those of you that are connected with someone, this person is a soulmate, okay? And there's a brand new beginning that is coming your way. It's very, very important for you to be grounded right now. For those of you that has been going within and finding those things within yourself, the very things that we've been seeking from others, whether it be validation, security, any form of security, emotional support, love, just knowing in your capabilities, gaining back that self-confidence. For this collective that I'm speaking to right now, Spirit is saying that we do not need any validation from outside external sources. So for those of us that has been going within, we have been tapping in, connecting back with our power to create. We've been tapping back into calling back our power, our willpower, calling it back to us. A lot of us, through our daily lives we've been giving out our power and not being aware of it. But in these times right now, we've come to realize just how much power we've been giving out, and things were not being reciprocated, but not because of anything malicious. Okay, everyone is just on their individual journeys, and this has been a lesson for everyone involved in the situation. We've come to realize that we have the very things that we've been seeking. Source is releasing a lot of things to us on our paths. These are for those that has actually been doing the work, actually going within and sitting with yourself, because there's nowhere else to go but within. We've tried everything. We've went to everyone. No answers were given, no support. And it's solely because Source wanted us to see just how sufficient that we are within ourselves already. And they wanted us to see that everything that we've been searching for, we already have. We have everything that we need to move forward, and we are pushing and moving forward with the help of the divine, with the help of Source, we've got like a little boost, okay? Based on our situations, our experiences has pushed us to go within and to begin this transformational change that has been happening within us. These are the messages that are coming forward right now. And it's very, very important because there is a lot that's on the horizon for us right now. The very things that we've been requesting, the very things that we desire and no one knows about. And when we sit with ourselves, when we're not around anyone else, these are the things that comes to our mind. And now we've come to a point where we're trying to get these ideas out and put it into an actual plan to create achievable outcomes for ourselves. Like, what do we do with these ideas that we've been getting? A lot of us has been getting fresh ideas, all right, lucrative ideas. And these ideas is what's going to place you in position. A lot of us don't have the full clarity on what exactly is this idea. We just get little bits and pieces of it, but that is okay because Spirit is saying that everything is going to be perfectly aligned. Every thought that you have, an idea, it's important to just keep yourself grounded because every piece of information that you receive is going to be aligned on your path that you have embarked on thus far. I've been speaking about it a lot because it strongly needs to be spoken on that we have leveled up. We have all been going through a shift. We have all elevated in some way, whether spiritually, whether we've just connected back with ourselves and we are now knowing in our own capabilities, all right, called our power back to ourselves. We're becoming more in touch with our sensuality again, our femininity, all right. Spirit is saying for those of you in this, there's a large collective that, it took a lot for you to get where you are right now and to really just turn within and to start to actually confront the shit that has been coming up, the very painful experiences that we've been holding on to for a long time that has caused us betrayals, heartbreaks, disappointments. We've been actually confronting these things as they come up because there's a strong feeling within us now that it is time to release these things. And this is basically Spirit that is moving us once we connect back with the higher self within us. We're being pushed into the right direction. We are coming out of self-conflicting beliefs, limiting beliefs, just battling with ourselves. We're no longer doing that. Some of you may still be releasing things, and that is fine, but the process has begun overall. The process of your spirit being renewed and you being elevated ultimately into another level. We have many directions that we can go in now. There's not just one direction. There's not just one road that leads to our destiny, that leads to our success. Okay, there's many roads that we can take, and this solely relies on our creativity. We've called back our creative power, our power to create. It's in our nature as feminines, as goddesses, to create the life that you see fit, okay? To manifest how you see your world playing out, because the energies are super high right now. We're operating at a high frequency right now. So Whether we know it or not, we are in manifestation mode. We are manifesting, and whether you manifest what you desire or not is solely on you. It's on you. Okay? So it's very important for you to know that you should focus on only the things that you desire, only the things that are going to bring fulfillment into your life and happiness, because it's going to happen. It's happening already. Spirit is saying, ultimately, continue to sit in your seat of truth. Continue to sit in your seat of power. The more you sit with yourself and connect with all of these gifts and all of these things that make up you, sitting with your higher self, you will begin to hone your power. You will begin to master just what it is that has always been locked up inside of you. It's now being birthed outside of you, and we are being provided opportunities that will align us and that will help us to utilize these things that we've embarked on going into this new phase, going into this new journey. A lot of us has now been placed in position on our path of destiny. Spirit is saying that there's a part of us that knows that we have to actually be the one to take that step in creating and in manifesting what it is that you want in your life, in making things happen, materializing your ideas into the 3D. The energies is coming in strong that this is our birthright, and we have to trust in our ancestors. We have to take that first step in order for things to get started, in order for us to witness the very things that we feel within our spirit. We feel it in our intuition. We feel that the new beginnings has begun already. There's a shift that has happened in this large collective where you may not see yourself exactly in the new phase, in the new cycle, but you can feel it. All right. It's very important now. We've sat with ourselves and there's still a few things to release, but we have to take that step. We have to take that leap of faith. Moving forward is solely based on faith, having faith, because not everything is going to be seen with the naked eye. Okay, not everything can be seen, but we have to trust that everything is aligned, and nothing will begin until you take the step. And now is the time, actually. It's the ideal time to do so. Spirit is also saying that it's time for us to give to ourselves. That very thing that you tapped back into within yourself. It's time for you to love yourself, support yourself, validate yourself. Be connected with your inner beauty and your outer beauty. Find that beauty and see it, because no one else will until you do. Now, we can hide and just prevent ourselves from seeing the very things that we hold within us, but then no one else will see it, is what Spirit is saying, until we see it and then we bring it to the forefront. You are worthy. You are capable. And it's time to just start giving back to yourself the very things that we've been giving to everyone else. It's time to nourish ourselves again. It's time for us to get back in balance. A lot of us follow your heart. There's a lot of us that we need to clear our chakras, the heart chakra. And that begins by us releasing things that are coming to the surface, because things are coming up and they're coming up for that very purpose, for you to release. As we release, we're creating room, and we'll become lighter, we'll feel lighter, and we'll feel more connected to receive the answers that we are requesting. The answers will flow in, the answers are going to rush in. As you clear and deal with your shadow side, your shadow self that you've been suppressing and burying and seeking outside external validation to cover up these feelings, Source is saying not anymore. It's time for you to deal with it on your own. Also, for those of us that are in connections, our divine counterparts, if you are connected with someone, what you do for yourself, you do for your twin, you do for your soulmate. You guys are spiritually connected. So it is the same as a mirror. You guys are mirroring each other. So what you do for self, your person will be doing as well. And that's just how it works, not the other way around. Source is saying to continue to stand in your power. Sit in your seat of divinity. Be in the feminine. Tap into your feminine energy. We've been in the masculine energy quite a bit, feeling as if we need to do things on our own, feeling like if we don't change anything and if we don't put the effort, that nothing will be done. That is masculine energy. Even if you're obsessively thinking about ways to change and better the relationship, that is masculine energy. And two masculines, masculine and feminine energy is not gender, it's just specifically energy. All right, but there cannot be two masculine energies. It is solely for the masculine to put in the efforts now. And it's for us to sit in our divinity and be feminine and be in a state of allowance. Allow the changes to come to you. Allow the efforts to be applied by the divine masculine if you are connected with a divine masculine. You have to be in a state of allowance, or this will cause a delay in any connection. Even for those of us that are not connected with anyone, this is merely stating that we're to balance out the feminine and masculine energies within ourselves. All right, because we've mostly been in masculine energy where we are making things happen, working hard, putting things together, building things up, but we haven't been given to ourselves. We haven't been nourishing ourselves as feminines, as goddesses. So this is the time to do that, because things are coming in. So it is a time to give to yourself. And as you give to yourself, your divine masculine will see his worthiness, his or her. They'll see the value of you. They know the value of you. They know that you hold value. They're coming into awareness. The more you come into awareness and sit with yourself and connect with your divinity, the more they come into awareness of where their happiness is, of who their divine feminine is, and just how much value you bring to the table. You have this large collective that I'm speaking to has a very strong intuition, a strong spirit. You have spiritual gifts, okay? And you can see clearly, and it's time for you to stop doubting the very things that you know and to just be in a state of allowance. Get into Empress mode. What doesn't the Empress have? The Empress has it all. The Empress is fruitful. The Empress is abundant, okay? And she sits there looking pretty, honestly. She doesn't do much, all right? It's not meant for her to do much, because actually the work has been done on your part. And now it's just time to sit and look pretty and nourish yourselves and connect back with your own intimacy, your own self-love, and stop searching for validation outside of yourselves. Okay? For those of us that are in commitments, connections, whether you're in separation, physically, emotionally, or whether you just have a person that whoever's on your mind at this time, right? The connection was solely being tested, not because it wasn't destined, but just because of that reason, okay? There were lessons that needed to be learned on both ends. Each individual has been on their own journey to learn different lessons. And now that the lessons has been learned, divine masculines are very aware of what it is they need to release before they can move forward into this new beginning that they are desiring as well. They now know that their happiness is with the divine feminine. And this only will take place when we find the happiness within ourselves. Spirit is saying that we have to learn how to make ourselves happy again without anyone else, without any validation from anyone, whether you're connected with someone or not. We must learn how to stand on our own because we have individual missions, although we are connected with someone. There's individual missions that we have to fulfill. And now is the time. There's no more time to waste. The new beginnings are here. So we must be well balanced within ourselves before we can have that well balanced divine masculine and ultimately having a well balanced, happy, fulfilling connection. And there will still be lessons to learn, but we will all overcome the old level, the old phase, and we're graduating into the next phase, which is more fulfilling and happier. Okay, so now all those that are in connections will learn together, but in synchronicity. All right, like I stated earlier, there's new ideas that will be coming to you, and the opportunities that will be provided and aligned on your path is going to align with those ideas. Okay, they're going to be linked together. These ideas are being given from the divine, okay, from ourselves, our higher selves that we must be connected with first in order to be receptive of these new, fresh ideas. We must be in a state of having an open heart, all right? Knowing in our deservingness, knowing that it's our birthright and that we deserve love, we deserve the ultimate stability. We deserve to be offered the offerings that are coming forward. And we have to know that they are coming, but we must first be in touch with ourselves and sit in our seat of power. The wish fulfillments, the requests, the prayers, divine source has been hearing, our ancestors has been hearing our prayers. They have been present heavily, all right? And they are giving to us the very things that we've been requesting. Only for those of us in this large collective, we have been doing the work because there was nowhere else or nothing else left for us to do but to go and deal with our own self. It all starts with self. That's the major message here. All right, so whatever else that needs to be released, just go ahead and release these things as they come up. The divine is actually helping us by bringing these things to the surface. They're showing us just what needs to be released so that we can move forward with clarity in our power. All right. But unions are here. All right. Divine masculines are working hard on getting rid of things themselves and putting things together, getting their plans out of their head, and they know that it is time to make a move. They do feel like time is running out, but that's only if we connect with ourselves and we're not the ones pushing. Because the more you push, the further away the divine masculine goes, because it's a mirroring of energies. But unions are beginning. Unions are coming together. Ultimate unions, whether it's emotionally, getting on the same page, or even physical unions with those that has been in separation. And a lot of us are coming into union with ourselves. Ultimately, that's what's taking place. We're coming back to self. A powerful integration that's taking place of what we seen as separate. We're no longer seeing as separate. We're seeing that everything is us. Even if it's things that's undesirable, we created it. So we're actually stepping back into that power and taking accountability. Walking away, solely walking away and leaving the past where it is. Not being afraid, not being fearful. Okay? But just moving forward, knowing that it's up from here. It gets better from here. We've done the hard work. We've learned the lessons. Okay, it's time to be in a state of allowance. Divine Feminines, it's time that you sit and be aware and at peace with yourself, happy with yourself, loving yourself, just in love with yourself and intimate with yourself. That ultimate self-care, almost as if you're living your own life, whether you're connected with someone or not. You have to live your own life in order for this divine masculine or this ultimate balance to come about. These are the messages. Blackout energy update, y'all. This goes for me too, and I like to share my journey. Why not? Why not enlighten the collective? We're all going through it. And it's a beautiful thing. It doesn't have to be hard anymore. The hard work is over. Okay? So I am just, embarking on my journey, and a lot of things are coming to me as well. I am going to keep pushing, and I'm going to remain consistent. I'm not going to get discouraged, and I'm going to keep putting myself out there because I do have information to share. I do have support to give. And, with me becoming fully connected with self, I am honored to be used as an open channel, okay, to provide this ultimate guidance and enlightenment spiritually for things that we may not be able to see and things that we may not be able to understand. So there's a lot of new ideas that I have, and I'm gonna be just pushing, certain things, creating groups, even providing certain forms of coaching, whether spiritual coaching, relationship coaching. These are things that I'm certified in, and it's not a time to hide anymore or duck off. I have work to do, and so do you. It's time to do it. We're no longer to worry about anything outside of ourselves. We have to get self intact and have that full control and master self. Master the gifts that you've been given. Master the knowledge. Apply it. Okay? Be a teacher. Help someone. Love and light, y'all. There's a lot that's coming forward. And what's coming forward is going to provide the ultimate emotional happiness. Happiness emotionally, okay? Open your heart. Work on your heart chakra. The heart chakra is green. Okay, you can light a green candle. You can eat green foods. There's a music, which is frequencies that you can listen to that will shift your heart chakra's energetic field. All right. There's meditations and visualizations, which those are things that I'm going to be doing as well. Guided visualizations, guided meditation for chakra clearing, chakra alignment. These are the seat of our power, and these are direct paths of communication that we receive. Whether we're able to receive or not depends on us clearing out fully our energetic fields, okay? All right, y'all. That was it. I didn't even mean for it to be this long, honestly.